Hello and welcome to Wildlife Cam. Carl has to inspect all the cameras. This camera in the baobab tree is very popular with insects. It seems that every night there's some creepy crawly sitting on top of it. The spotted dickhawk on the left is aware of the jackal, but it's not too worried about it, and I think the jackal knows that without the element of surprise it's got no chance. Staying close together like this is a very good defense against predators like birds of prey. It would be very difficult for an eagle to come in and try and pick one out of the group, and if it tried, they would attack it quite aggressively. They're not shy when it comes to defending themselves. Now, we saw this several times, the white-tailed mongoose. It was years before we saw one, then we had a lot of them, then they disappeared for a while, and maybe they're back because it came 3 or 4 times over the next few nights. It's not just the water that interests them, and the civets as well. With the population explosion of grasshoppers and crickets, a lot of them end up in the water, and so the small predators will inspect the edge of the water holes to find any dead grasshoppers. The striped cuckoos will soon be leaving because they are migrants, although they only migrate further north into Africa, so they don't have too far to go. And that's a fork-tailed drongo coming down to drink. They're very bold little birds, so they're not going to be put off by the larger cuckoos. I think that this is Mrs. Carl. The males and females are identical, so I just assume because it's funnier that it's the male that keeps attacking the cameras. The white-tailed mongoose again. That's where the waterhole overflows, so often the dead grasshoppers and other insects gather on the edge there. You know, winter is coming when the duikers start visiting the waterhole again. We haven't had them all summer. And the slender mongoose trying to have a drink while being mobbed by oxpeckers. So over the last couple of weeks we've had pretty much the full house of mongooses here. The dwarf, mellors, white-tailed, banded and slender mongoose. In theory, Selous' mongoose occurs here, although no one I know has ever seen one here, and also the water mongoose, but I've never seen one, and if it did occur here it would be down at the river. Not so much action at the trail camera this week, just this duiker. Looks like the juvenile civets have gone, so we're back to what I presume are the two parents, civets 1 and 3. The predators have been avoiding us for a while, so the impalas are taking full advantage. Most of the day and usually most of the night there's a herd of impala right outside the front of the house. Another 10 millimeters of rain, so halfway through April. That qualifies as late rain. We didn't have any rain in April last year, so the bush should be in good condition for the dry season. Another creepy crawly. I did go and identify this when it was still there a couple of hours later. It's a seed bug. It's not very big, but the lens of the camera is quite small, so little bugs like this look huge. The muddy patch that the civet is exploring is where grey water from the house comes out into the bush just next to the baobab tree. And there are a few little creepy crawlies in there, earthworms and the like, which was interesting to me because the ground here is solid rock, stones and compacted clay. So there's not an earthworm to be seen. So when a little bit of water goes into the ground and makes some mud, suddenly earthworms appeared out of nowhere. So I don't know where they came from, but they're making some nice soil out of it. This is our smallest snake species. It's one of the thread snakes. There are a few of them and they're almost identical. This one I think was about 15 centimeters long. It's like a little piece of string wriggling around on the ground and it's looking for tiny insects. Unlike most snakes, they can't open their jaws wide and swallow animals larger than their head, so they're looking for ants and similarly sized insects. Two of the junior culls. They're looking a little bit more like adults. They've lost the white at the base of the beak and the eyes looks like they're starting to become orange. Thanks for watching.